Hello and welcome everyone, Dantas here again with another Bygone progression video. In this video I'm going to cover floors from 216 to 220. This video will contain lizards, so you're gonna be interested in that fight because that fight took me 3 days to complete and I barely managed to do it, so that's gonna be fun to watch. So if you got any question about progressing Bygone or in any tips or you stuck on some level, I'm happy to give you advice. Just leave the question in the comments below. I will answer as fast as possible. So, as for this flow on 216, you basically focus big golems because they have more health and they have slow animation of their attack, so it's easy to trigger a perfect dodge. After that, you basically just keep them together. If you get stuck with a low gear score or slash low stars on your weapons, you have to have correct positioning on this wave as well, because if you're not gonna keep your enemies together, one of them coming gets run off and you're gonna basically missing damage at the end. If you're gonna position it correctly, use your relics hours of the cooldown, you have no problem clearing this wave. Next commentary on the next stage. So until then, just enjoy the combat as always. Here are at the next floor, 217. This wave contains 2 Maulers, so you keep them together, trigger time stop, charge your weapons and kill them. And positioning here is key, because as you progress further and further, those waves have much more health and require much more precision to deal with them. So error as you go further and further, even on this simple wave, like this is probably the most simplest wave you can actually encounter entire Bygone Phantasm, will require correct positioning and triggering your weapons in correct order. And yeah, if you basically not gonna do that properly, and you're basically at slightly lower gear skill, you can actually die by their damage. So if you trigger your time stops as often as possible, you will minimize damage incoming to you. And with correct positioning, you're gonna minimize that damage way further. And that's pretty much about it. The easiest wave on Bygone Phantasm, in my opinion, right here. And with that, see you on the next wave for more commentary. And in the meantime, just enjoy the combat that I have footage here. Like if you have still a king weapon that can basically deal 8 damage over time, I recommend basically you spam it on each charge because it's very beneficial to deal damage over time if you go limited by the gear, like I am, which I have only 2-star Nemesis and 3-star Samir. So damage over time like a kings from a charge weapon really helps on this wave. Not to mention if you get like Robak set on like your shield breaking weapon is also amazing because Robak set also will deal another instance of damage over time and thus will increase our damage overall on wave. Yeah, next commentary is gonna be on the lovely wizards, which I'm gonna expect my entire process fighting right there. And here we are, 219, the wave with double lizards and big robot. I gotta be honest, I got here by sheer luck. I beating this wave. Like the fight was so close that it was almost unimaginable to believe that I actually won this. And it only took me only 4 days of progressing and trying over and over again to complete this. I opted out to switch different relics all the time, different combos. I was running matrices on my sets, like moving here and there, and I just decided to basically start spamming my king weapon. Like, as you can see, I gonna hit any charge. I'm gonna only have my Nemesis use once, so I have the pillar that deals damage over sometimes. Then I'm gonna focus on basically dropping my kings as often as I can. Because A, that will also help me with the shield that it pops up at the same time and my low damage. Basically, compared to my previous lizard attempts, my damage is insane lower. So I cannot basically have deal some damage then have a charge weapon ready for the shields. So I basically opted out for instantly spamming my relics and my king weapon. So the damage that you can see, the yellow numbers, is all from king and I have it as long as possible because this actually helps me with my limited gear that I have right now and probably for a long time. I here opted out for Samir skill because I still had some charges left, but I made a mistake because I should fire a king weapon there. But still, it wasn't a big deal. But as you progress here, the king weapon helped me a lot. To the point, it literally almost the damage that was from a king destroyed the big robot. Now we're entering after my king carrying me so hard on this fight, the last section of this. And with the mistake of me not doing perfect dodge 10 seconds before, but still I managed to hit on the next attempt, which was huge. Now basically my focus was literally on getting correct position and having eyes on how soon my reel is gonna recharge. And I literally was spamming my keys to basically trigger them as soon as possible. And literally this, if I didn't miss my dodge here, I would literally fail this. And on this screen I was sitting for like 10 minutes, that's how happy I literally was. And compared that with this boss fight on 212 with this Hyanatron, it's literally a stupid joke how easy this boss is. Like, if I would even compare HP of this boss, in the first 30 seconds, I took down entire bar armors of him. Like, I'm starting to believe that lizards are literally made for one purpose on the Bygone Phantasm, is to hinder people who didn't spend enough on the game, or free-to-play players, to be stuck on the level so they cannot progress further, and they're invited to spend more money to roll, upgrade for the gear. because there is no other explanation. Like, if it was actually a bug with them, they would address it way faster. But so now there's not even a mention about them in any patch notes related to the game, which is kind of makes no sense overall. Because if they're made like hard gap, then why they didn't make this with the bosses, but they made it with stupid a mob that literally, if you will probably put that lizard against this boss in terms of 1v1, lizard will literally kill this boss. I can near guarantee that, because that's how tanky and how much damage it does. Like, I'm kind of beyond even words right now. How I can't even compare difficulty of this, because I spent on this boss fight 1 attempt compared to 4 days of stupid lizards. And as I go further on Bygone, I'm starting to notice that I'm gonna soon hit a hard wall that I will never overcome as a player, which is kinda sad at the same point, because to be limited, that you cannot progress, one thing that actually is actually content, because let's be honest, Tower Fantasy is a game where you basically just log in, you do joint ops twice, or you basically do 4 days that take like in total of what, 10 minutes, and just log out. Anyway, here's my gear. Like, if you compare this gear to my last video, I got only high here after 4 days of literally grinding. I think I just increased my chance of killing those lizards, and pretty much after this, with this gear, next videos are gonna be pretty much simple to see how this gear makes other waves trivial compared to ones that are lizards. Because believe it or not, on this video I was stuck for 4 days on these lizards, and on the lizards I'm literally stuck until today, and I still can't beat them, which is literally day 5th right now. But anyway, like and subscribe. I upload this the Bygone progression content daily, and have a great day.